collision detection is not this game's strong suit.
The doors open slowly.
Yeah. So, another slight issue with this game compared to some of the later two in the franchise is the start is a real unfortunate slow burn. The other games, at least, once you're into them, you feel it more right off the bat. This is the opening of the game, and nothing ever moves as slowly as this part of the game does. So, if you're finding this part of the Anthroplayogy a tad boring, don't worry, they get more exciting, I promise.
I was gonna say, we're being very philosophical here.
We'll have more things that are realer to talk about in about half an hour.
Cool.
It's a little long to say out loud, but...
But something interesting, just trying to justify why I go Renegade or why I go Paragon here, is that I like to think, I especially like female characters personally that have sort of weird buttons that push and they get sort of upset about. A good example would be Natasha Romanoff, who is generally a very cool customer until you start
For
talking.
those who don't know who that is, Black Widow.
If you don't know who that is, like, I have an issue with you.
Not everyone knows what Black Widow's real name is.
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No
Whoa.
way. The deal's off.
Ooh, she's cool.
Yeah, so that is the other, one of my other, I think that, I always said, Krogans are my favorite. What she is my second favorite species of the game, followed closely by Geth. And... Alright, so... That's good.
Just set
See?
me up.
Rex has space
I knew
magic.
I couldn't trust him.
Are you okay?
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help. Who are you?
A friend.
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
The ambassador's office. It's safe there. He'll want to see this anyway.
Mysterious
You're not
lady.
making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many... Who's this? A Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
She can help us.
Making your day, Ambassador? She has information linking Saren to the Geth.
Really? Maybe you better start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather than being a burden on our limited resources.
Please continue.
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
She would know that, wouldn't she? So go on.
What did you find out?
Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
What's the conduit?
He said Eden Prime brought him one step closer to finding the conduit. Any idea what that means?
The conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait,
It's actually
there's
been long
more.
enough since I've
Saren
forgotten what
wasn't working
conduit
alone.
is.
It's a MacGuffin.
Pretty much, actually.
That
That's
is-
that much I remember.
Eden
It's
Prime was a major victory.
a bit of a
The
letdown.
beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Reaper sounds
I
familiar.
feel like I've heard that name before.
According to the Memory Core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
It's not far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life, and they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
They need to know.
The Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel space. We have to tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? The Quarian?
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do.
So as you
Let
just
me
saw,
come
depending
with
who you
you.
have with you at the time, that little dialogue exchange can vary. I like Rex because he adds a bluntness of, hey, we have this person that we might didn't have initially kind of thing
Yeah,
going on.
what about her
I
quest?
thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this? Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
You could be useful.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
I really like Tali.
So, Rex, do you want to bring Talia along?
Sure.
Cool. So, I'm not sure if the game goes into it in this game or if it's just in the indexes. I know one of the games does a much better job of explaining this. Note how Tali's in all space armor and stuff like that. And she's the only people aside from the Volus you've seen like that. And there's a very good reason for that. As the game kind of hinted at, alluded to, briefly touched on, the Quarians made the Geth.
Oh, okay.
And then the Geth ran them off their homeworld.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard.
And they're now
Commander Shepard,
floating through space in
my
a
name is
giant
Samesh Bhatia.
flotilla of ships.
Forgive the intrusion,
It's
but I
called
have
like the
nowhere
mother.
else
It's
to
called
turn.
Happy to
called
help.
flotilla. And
no
it's
trouble. What can I
all
do for you?
Quarians now live
My
in
wife was a
space, and as a
Marine.
result, they have no immune
She was in
systems
the
anymore.
212 on Eden
So
Prime.
if they leave the
I've
sterile
requested
environments
that
of
my
the
wife's
flotilla,
body be returned
they
to me
have
for
to wear
cremation,
space
but
suits
the
all the
military
time.
has refused my request.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
And on top
I
of that,
don't
the
know.
homeworld
All I
of
know
the
is that they have declared
Quarians
it
is
impossible for
devoid
my
of like
wife to be returned to
disease
me.
and allergens and stuff like that.
We'll
So
put
take a
this right.
species with naturally
There's no reason for your
bad
wife's body to
immune
be held
systems
like
and then
this.
put them in a sterile
Just wait
environment
here.
and then expect them to try and
The
re-enter
man
other
in charge of
planets.
my case is Mr. Bosco.
And
When
for
I
those
last saw him, he
curious,
was in the expensive
you
bar
never
over
actually
there.
officially get to
Thank
see
you for your
Tali's
time.
face in all three games.
I just want to
yes,
give my
there's
wife a
something in the
proper
third
funeral.
one, but because we're
respect
playing
she
as
deserves.
FemShep, we'll never get to see it.
Oh, come on. You can't ship it? I ship it. I want to ship it.
Ship it?
Oh, come on. You don't know what shipping is?
I
Internet, shame him. Shipping is saying I picture the two of them in a relationship.
no,
My
you
goodness,
cannot
you're
do
Commander
that
Shepard.
with Tali, sadly.
Your activities made for
Male
quite a
Shepard
briefing in
can.
the diplomatic corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Yes. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
So she's been mauled.
I don't care how badly the Geth mangled the body. It's the husband's right to claim her.
We are not holding Nerali Batia's body out of discretion. We are, frankly, holding the body for research. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Batia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
Semesh should hear this. Oh wait, no, this isn't right. You're right.
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body
Generally,
is
if
wrong.
it's blue or red, which is the
Commander,
renegade option,
you of all
it's the
people should
correct,
understand how far we
we'll
must
talk
go to
about this in a
protect
second once this is
humanity.
done.
At what cost?
Is this what I'm out here fighting for? A government that steals the bodies of its honored dead?
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Semesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
So like I started to say and stop
He's
myself.
allowed to make that decision? That's weird.
Yeah. So, as many games out there are plagued by that have a good and evil, a renegade or paragon, a choice system, if you will, they're not really choices. You missed me doing the air quotations around the word right
I don't have time to talk now.
a couple seconds ago, wow. And that is because once the option to do a paragon or renegade option appears, there is a right or wrong option, and it's to go with either of them, unfortunately. Alright. And unfortunately in this game, there's absolutely a right or wrong option with some frequency, which is quite sad. Yeah. So we should probably decide soon which squad mates we're going to have for the rest of the game.
I want to see more of Tali in action.
Okay.
But I really do. I like her character design a lot.
No,
I find
she's
it really interesting.
So when we make this decision, it's not going to be we want to interact with her for the rest of the game. There's all the ships, there's all the story building stuff. What this game does quite poorly is you have to equip all of your crew members individually. And for the sake of time and money and resources, it just pays off in this game to literally just pick one and stick with them the entire game. And yes, people can be mad at me for saying that because it's not totally to their advantages to mixing up the crew, but it's just not worth it in the grand scheme of things. And especially for us, where we're more interested in the story and stuff to talk about than to keep varying it up and adding more to me micromanaging their equipment and their stats and stuff like that.
And it does, it leans it further away from the RP notion because at least, I mean, and my experience with RPGs is very JRPG focused. And the funny thing about sort of games like the Final Fantasies is that you do, like, sometimes you need, like, that character that you didn't level up at all for, like, very specific reasons. And you're like, oh my god, it's like Pokemon. It's like, I don't care how powerful that fire Pokemon is. Unless you're using the weakness against, you know, your opponent, it's not going to help as much. Oh wait, isn't Harkin the guy that we were supposed to...
Yeah, but we've already... So, here's the thing. Certain stuff gets closed off to you in this game eventually. I'm trying to find the general that I'm supposed to talk to. There he is. Certain aspects can get closed off as the branching happens. If we'd pursued the...
What's bothering you, General?
Garrus option instead of the Tali and Rex option, we'd have had to talk to Harkin the whole investigative thing. I personally prefer the Killing Fist and rescuing Tali's story over the other one. That and anything that gets me Rex in my party sooner is what I go with.
I may be drunk, Krogan, but you're ugly. And tomorrow I'll be sober. Now, unless you have a cure for this ache in my gut, go away.
I can help.
I think I can see why you're upset, but spreading these lies won't make it better.
Look, kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
Straighten up.
General, did you ever win a battle by moping in a bar?
Ha, war. That's what this feels like, all right. How did I let it come to this? So you think it's that easy? Just straighten up and act like a general?
It's better than sitting on your ass all day.
Like I said, Rex is the greatest character ever put in this franchise, and I'm sad he's not in all three of them.
This is no place for someone of your stature, General.
All right, I'll go to her. After I've had a cold shower or two. Say, you're a bright kid. Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
Sure.
What do you want me to
We
do?
need to buy stuff.
There's an L-Corps diplomat out there who believes Shaira gave up his secrets.
Why would he think such a thing?
Because I told him. I just need you to convince him of the truth.
How?
What makes you think he'll believe me?
You'll bring him proof. Take this datapad. It shows where I got my info. It will exonerate Shaira and convince the L-Corps.
Where
Who
to?
am I taking it to? And where is he?
His name is Zaltan. He's an L-Corps
He's our
diplomat.
friend from earlier, by the way.
He's over in the embassies complaining about Shaira. Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers. Thanks, Commander. You know, you might make a good general yourself one day.
See? Don't have to be a secret policeman.
Nope, don't have to be.
Go away.
My favorite little glitch about this game is the fact that it's just back to business as usual after you killed the owner mere minutes ago.
It's cool.
It's cool.
He had a really good lieutenant.
Yeah.
That front of house manager was excellent and was ready at every moment to get a hold of that.
Boss gets killed. Okay, we'll just move on from that.
It's cool.